I swear, as we head into Battlefield 6, if I hear creators suddenly reminiscing about how Battlefield 2042 wasn't actually that bad, or I see videos titled "Going Back to 2042, I'm gonna be pissed. Because we all know that game wasn't some misunderstood classic, it was a train wreck. And trying to reframe it as anything else is just a disgrace to the franchise and a disgrace to the true fans who fought tooth and nail to save the game. But this seems to happen every time a new Battlefield comes out. Suddenly, the last one wasn't so bad after all. It happened with Battlefield 5, and let's not forget, that game was hated when it came out. It needed massive changes to make the fans happy, and even then, it got its live service cut short because of fan backlash, including the death of Firestorm before it even had a chance to succeed, and yet is getting praised today in a hypocritical twist of fate. Now, with Battlefield 6, I think it's hilarious watching creators suddenly care about the franchise again, and Call of Duty fanboys jumping in like they've been here the whole time, pretending they helped keep the franchise alive, when, in reality, they weren't here. They weren't calling out DICE, and they weren't dealing with years of disappointment. It was Battlefield fans and hardcore creators who held them accountable, who sat through the highs and the lows, who joined insiders, who joined Battlefield Labs, who spent years hammering DICE in the comments, holding EA accountable and refusing to let the series die. And that's why Battlefield 6 even exists in the shape it does today. And let me make this very clear. Battlefield 2042 wasn't just a rough release that we'll all look back on fondly someday. It was the culmination of EA's arrogance and DICE's incompetence. They tried to cut corners by removing single player, they rushed development during COVID, they chased trends with Hazard Zone, and the result was a broken, bare-bones, unfinished mess that almost killed one of gaming's most beloved franchises. For true Battlefield fans, 2042 wasn't a misunderstood hidden gem, it was a warning sign, a low point in gaming history. And while today, after 4 years, dozens of patches, and massive price cuts, sure, it can be casual fun for a couple bucks, but that doesn't erase the fact it was one of the most damaging releases we've ever seen in AAA gaming. So when I see creators who are inevitably going to go back and call it a hidden gem, all that does is undermine everything this fanbase fought for. And that's why the Road to Battlefield 6 event is such a slap in the face, in my opinion. It's literally forcing fans back into an experience that the developers know we hate, dragging us through time-gated challenges for weeks, or you can just pay $90 to skip it, which is more than the price of Battlefield 6 itself. At the same time, the hype and chaos around Battlefield 6 is hilarious to me, because now you've got massive creators pumping out rage bait videos about a franchise they haven't even been playing, or how small tweaks here and there will ruin the game for millions of people. Look, Battlefield 6 deserves skepticism. The budget is insane at $400 million, EA's public goal of 100 million players is beyond ambitious, and yeah, based on DICE's track record, we should absolutely keep a close eye on it. But there's a huge difference between fans who've been here the whole time, giving tough love because they care, and outsiders throwing out hot takes just for attention with the new hot topic. And the truth is, Battlefield 6 is already a massive step forward, not just for this franchise, but for the FPS genre in general. The return of single player, the renewed focus on core multiplayer, Portal 2.0, another shot at a battle royale. It's ambitious, it's messy, but it's bold in a way we haven't seen in years from Battlefield. This game has already shaken up the industry. Call of Duty literally had to go public and say they're changing their approach to cosmetics because Battlefield's momentum was putting pressure on them. And after the Battlefield 6 beta, the game has already racked up 2 million pre-orders and even managed to dethrone COD's all-time player count with just the beta. Now, I'm not here to say it's going to be perfect. I totally expect the balance and some mechanics to be a mess at release like it always is. But the difference this time is that developers are actually showing a willingness to listen, to implement feedback, and work with the fan base in ways we haven't seen in years, even if they're still holding out on universal weapons and a server browser. But what matters to me is this: Battlefield 6 is finally looking to over-deliver and give players a choice. A campaign, a fully fleshed out multiplayer, a battle royale, and the most ambitious toolset the series has ever seen with Portal 2.0. Whatever kind of Battlefield player you are, there's a quality experience here for you. And while not every single mode will be a perfect 10 out of 10, the ambition itself is what makes the franchise special. And while the game releases this week, prepare for a tidal wave of hot takes, rushed reviews, and rage bait rants, most of which are from people who weren't here for the journey, or are from EA-sponsored hype machines pretending everything's perfect. Battlefield 6 probably won't be a perfect masterpiece. It'll be somewhere in the middle. A serviceable campaign, features that need time to breathe, and balance that will take months to nail down. But it's already a massive leap from 2042, and it shows what Battlefield can be when it's ambitious. So don't buy into the whole 2042 was a hidden gem. Don't give your time to COD fanboys cosplaying as Battlefield creators, and be careful of streamers who are gonna ditch the game the second Warzone gets updated. Stick with the fans, the real ones who care about this franchise, who will give it tough love when it deserves it, and who've been here through thick and thin. Because this is it. This is a huge new chapter for Battlefield, for the FPS genre, and for the fans who never gave up. But guys, that's it for today. Get out there, enjoy Battlefield 6 this weekend, and stick around for my first impressions. And like always, stay tuned and hit subscribe for everything else Battlefield, and as always, thank you guys for watching.